April 2nd, and this meeting of the Board of Commissions will come to order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I better turn on my mic. No general comments for me, except thank you for allowing me to zoom in 2 weeks ago. I appreciate that. The hotel at the Best Western Hotel, Freeman, was very accommodating. They didn't even, I said, do I have to pay to? They said, no, you're fine. Just, okay. Loved it. Is there any citizen? I don't see any citizens wanting to address the board. So let's move on to approval of the agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approval of the consent agenda.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion. We approve the consent agenda as presented.
There a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passes. Number 8, DOC comprehensive plan. I see Trish isn't here. Is that, what do we? Did Trish?
I'd just make a motion that we approve the DOC comprehensive plan that we were presented earlier.
Pretty good.
I think Trish did it fabulous.
She
Yeah,
really did.
She
Yeah.
she was really thorough, so.
All right. Any discussion? Not all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That passes. Any additional items that anyone wants to bring up? Then we'll move into legislative issues, lobbying issues, commissioner reports. Joe, you want to start out?
Sure. Just looking at my list here, recent meetings since our last board meeting. Attended a National Association of Counties meeting, zoomed into that, Beltrami housing meeting, BICAP board meeting. I attended my first Northern Lights Library Network board meeting. And then, apologize, Mr. Chair, I'm kind of combining the two things here. Community Health Work Group, led by Amy Bowles. I attended that. Another National Association of Counties Economic Development Committee meeting. Hope House. And I attended Leech Lake State of the Band address in Walker a couple Fridays ago.
You know, I was actually sad I was out of town for that because I went last year and I really enjoyed it. It was a great event. So I'm glad you got to go. Who else went?
It was well attended. Myself, Administrator Barry, Jarrett Walton was there. Joe Klezik, I believe Ann Linseth was there. It was a really good delegation from the county. So I'd say we were well represented and diverse in jobs and
How was the swag this year? Boy, the swag they had 2 years ago was
well, they got a
awesome.
lot of candidates right now. So they got like 10 people running
Yeah.
for every position, including chairman and
Today's
Yes, it
election
is.
day?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes, it is. So I'll be
Thanks for going for that.
tuning in there and yeah, I just heard really, I unfortunately was not able to attend Bemidji Day, but I heard really good things from Tom and Gwenya and others. So yeah, it sounds like it was a success. So thanks to Abby and everybody working on that. Thank you.
All right, Joe, or Craig.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. I had our airport authority meeting, HRDC meeting, Mississippi Headwaters Board meeting, which happened to coincide with the Leech Lake band deal, so I wasn't able to attend the Leech Lake thing, but planning commission meeting, and we are working on our assessor applicant reviews, and I think that's closed now. Tom?
Oh,
Or is that still open for the applicants to apply for the assessor?
Yeah, we reposted the position with a slight change in the position requirements.
And when does that close?
I believe it closes next week,
Oh,
Friday.
okay. I thought it was only going 5 more days, but
It's about 5 days, but I think we extended it a little bit longer because of the newspaper posting. We couldn't quite
oh,
get it in.
okay. Couldn't quite get it that because that was coming up right that Wednesday. Okay.
Correct.
And then I attended the Beto meeting and I presented to the, and answered a bunch of questions there about the status of the redistricting and the sales tax and when that was going to be implemented, the jail updates and where, the 50% done with the design and so on. So that was good to meet with a lot of the township officers at that meeting. And that concludes my report, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, question, Commissioner Goswick. Did we get an update
The what?
did we get an update for the redistricting?
Oh, I'm just updating them on where the redistricting was at, that the judge was going to have to review and approve what the commission had decided. They came up with map 5C, if you didn't know that. And so I don't have a copy of it with me, but it's that was
Did we
decided.
get an update from the administrator? No? I guess,
I'm not involved in the redistricting committee
Okay.
or commission, I should say. The auditor treasurer has been leading that on behalf of the commission.
okay,
Is that information on the website?
I don't know if it is yet because I think my understanding, at least last I spoke with the auditor treasurer, I think that still needs to go to the judge and then it needs to be approved by the judge. It's had its 3 hearings. They made the decision for, as Commissioner Gosvick said, map 5C. But I'm not sure exactly where it is in the current.
okay, yeah,
process.
that's what I was kind of wondering, because I mean, I attended a public hearing, but I mean, there was no map 5C there, so I'm just kind of wondering,
After that meeting is when they came up with 5C
okay.
and
And so where can we get that information at?
Jody.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was actually thinking that we should be putting all the maps on there and say this is the one that the commission chose, subject to judge's approval, so that the public would be able to go on our website and see.
So,
those.
but the judge can deny that or what? I guess
If he feels that they didn't do a good job in choosing it, then the judge has ultimate say on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, the change that they made at the meeting that you were at, after that meeting, that's when they took and made the last change, which was to move Summit Township from my district to your district, and then put Hagelei Township into my district.
okay.
And so that was the one change that was what made with 5C.
So maybe, I wonder if we can get an update as a board? I don't know. I mean,
I don't,
Could get the map from Jody and
Yeah.
it's kind of playing the waiting game of
Okay.
capturing.
okay.
right, yeah, we wouldn't really want to get an official update because the judge has to make that final decision. And he has to make that decision hopefully well before May 7th, because that's when Jody needs to be able to file for our positions so that we know what our districts are.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Tim, update?
Well, as I stated at the last meeting, I was gonna relinquish my committee assignment, so I haven't really been doing much when it comes to committee assignments. I also want to let the board know that I will be passing on my Chat-A-Bout recordings segments as well for the remainder of the year. So with that will complete my commissioner report. Thank you.
Richard?
Northwest Juvenile Training Center was the main one that I attended. And as you know, that Northwest takes a lot of our youth that are troubled, and they have a lot of opportunity, a lot of programming for these kids. But there were a couple other counties that had more than we did this past couple of months. So I've been giving them a little rough time because usually it's, oh, look at Beltrami, got a lot of kids that take part in it, and I'm proud that they do. because from the standpoint, they've got such good programming and we've got, we're working a lot on recidivism. So I think it's
Good.
That's it.
Anything else? I'm just glad to be back. I did zoom into obviously the board meeting, but I also zoomed into the Land of the Dancing Sky. And it got real sketchy again on the, and I don't know if you've been on the meeting side of a Zoom and not on the outside, but if someone's internet goes in and out, it's like, so-and-so left the meeting, so-and-so came back to the meeting, so-and-so left the meeting. It's like, that happened twice. And I go, okay, I have to quit. I didn't want to be that guy that was like, what's he doing? Going to get a beer or what? So that one only lasted about an hour and then my internet just went bad. So anyway, with that,
Chair?
yes,
Has anybody attended, the, Paul Bunyan transit meetings at all lately?
I have not been notified.
No, you gotta find out when those are.
I think we need to get a letter out to Leslie. Yeah, well,
Did you?
that's a,
Well, I'm not on it. I don't even
No,
think I'm an alternate.
But, your wife probably knows or might be on it. I don't know.
do you know if
Emily-
they've had a meeting?
Emily was on it before, I know, but,
Okay.
I don't know who's
Usually
on it
two
now.
from the city and two from the
Right,
county.
yeah,
so-
I know Emily Rivera was on it. I don't remember
Okay.
who else from the city.
I'm glad you brought that up, Joe,
Yeah.
because I thought I sent Leslie an email and I never got a response back. I don't know.
I'm just want to make sure we have some county representation.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're
It is
for
a
sure.
joint powers board.
Yes. it
Well, and I
was.
think Craig, aren't you and I the ones that are
You
on
and I
it?
are-
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I'll make a note to follow up tomorrow.
Okay. And thank you for bringing that up, Joe.
Yep.
There's nothing else. Would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Be here all night.
Mr. Chair, I was hoping that we could have stayed a little later, but I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? All those,
Chair, I think that Tim was extending the meeting so that you would not get the shortest meeting award, like.
oh, I get it. I get it.
We're trying to drag it on to make.
All those in favor